Good day, everyone. I am Gabriel Felix Sanchez from 2 Psych 5, and we are now here to discuss about our research with the title Memory Encoding, a comparative study in the effectiveness of mnemonics and chunking on first year psychology students, brought to you by our group, Group 6. I'm now here to discuss about the introduction or the chapter 1 of our study. But first, let us understand what is memory. Memory is a mental process that includes encoding, storing, and retrieving information. When you encode an information, it is how you transform a sensory input into a representation that can be placed in memory. Next is the storage stage. Storage is how you retain encoded information in your memory. And lastly, the last stage is the retrieving this information. It is how you gain access to this information stored in your memory. And now, let's learn about memory encoding. What is memory encoding? Memory encoding is the process by which sensory information is changed into format that the brain can store and retrieve. It involves a number of methods and approaches that makes the first information processing easier. So, merong iba't ibang uri ng memory encoding. First is the visual encoding that processes the visual information. Next is the acoustic encoding that processes sounds. Next is the semantic encoding, which involves the processing of the meaning and the relevance of an information. And lastly is the elaborative encoding, which uses outside stimuli to help encode and recall memories. But for our research, we focused on visual encoding. So there are many types of strategies and techniques that we can use for enhancing our visual encoding abilities. But for our research, we focused on the chunking and the mnemonics. Now let's go on to the mnemonics technique. What is mnemonics? Mnemonics is the study of techniques for remembering information more quickly. Mas nakakatulong ang mnemonics para mas madaling matandaan ang isang information. The term mnemonic is derived from the Greek word mnemonikos, which means pertaining to memory. And it is also related to mnemon, which means remembering or mindful. And memne, which means memory, record, or epitaph. So an example of mnemonics that we are probably all familiar with is the Roy G. Biv, which are the rainbow colors. So mas madali natin matandaan ang information when it is in a mnemonic form, just like in our example. So kapag sinabing Roji Beef, it's the rainbow colors or the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. So that is the mnemonics. Now let's move on to the chunking technique. Chunking technique is the process of dividing big strings of information into smaller parts or chunks. Parts are easier to remember compared to the whole piece of information. Chunking appears to work across multiple mediums, including text, sounds, photos, and videos. So, hindi limited ang chunking sa numbers at hindi rin siya limited sa text. We can also use chunking for memorizing sounds, photos, and videos. But for our example here, we have a numerical information which is a cell phone number. If this cell phone number is not chunked into three pieces, it will be more difficult for people to memorize it. But if we chunk it into three pieces, like 0921, and the next chunk is the 349, and the last chunk is the 8564, we are able to encode it in our memory more easier. Now for the significance of our study. Our study aims to add insight on the effectiveness of memory encoding techniques such as mnemonics and chunking to the memory retention and retrieval of information. If you are going to read the chapter 2 or the related literature of our study, it has been proven that both mnemonics and chunking are both effective in visual encoding. But in our study, we are here to compare the effectiveness of both mnemonics and chunking technique to know which is efficient for the students. And for our research question and hypothesis, so our research question is there a significant difference between the effectiveness of mnemonic and chunking on the memory encoding skills of first year BS psychology students? For our null hypothesis, there is no significant difference between the effectiveness of mnemonics and chunking on the memory encoding of first year BS psychology students. And for our alternative hypothesis, there is a significant difference in the effectiveness of mnemonics and chunking on the memory encoding skills of first year BS psychology students. And now I am here to discuss the chapter 5 of our study, or the conclusion and recommendations. So for the conclusion, we based our conclusion on the data analysis that we have done for our study, and we have found out, or we can conclude, that chunking is more effective than mnemonics in improving the first year BS psychology students of New Era University memory encoding. The analysis of this data showed that scores from chunking group have recorded high numbers with a mean of 6.70 compared to the scores of the mnemonics group, which had smaller recall. These findings further support Miller's theory about the usage of short-term memory, namely that chunking works best around 7 chunks in information, as well as other research highlighting the usefulness of points out how chunking could be a valuable tool for students to enhance their learning and memory skills. So for our recommendation, we have recommendations for the students, for the teachers, and for the future researchers. So for the students, we can recommend to students that they may adopt these chunking techniques by breaking down large amounts of information into smaller, meaningful groups. It is important to note that being conscious and aware and being mindful of what we are memorizing will help even further in our memory retention skills. By practicing the chunking regularly while also taking down notes, this might help to improve our memory retention, especially during quizzes and examination. Next is for the teachers. The teachers may introduce the chunking techniques to help the students not to be overwhelmed by many numbers of terminologies all at once in their studies. Kapag nag-aaral or habang discussion, ang mga teachers or ang mga professors can instruct their students to break down the complex topics into manageable parts, guiding the students in the process. For the future researchers may conduct the similar experiment with students at various educational levels. Pwede silang kumuha ng participants or ng sample from high school or graduate students to find out if age or academic maturity affects chunking's effectiveness. Pwede rin silang gumawa ng study kung saan evaluate nila ang degree to which chunking training can be applied to facets of students' academic and professional lives. Future researchers can also increase the sample size of the participants to further strengthen the comparison of the two visual memory encoding techniques. In addition to this, these future researchers can also compare chunking technique to other visual encoding strategies, such as spaced repetitions, mind mapping, flashcards, chaining, rhymes, and the use of acronyms. And that is all for the presentation of our study. We hope you learned something new.